A while ago, somebody sent me a link on Hackaday about reprogramming the LED display signs. It wasn't really much of a hack. They just basically took the original remote to the signs and were reprogramming them. We decided to take JP1 remotes, reprogram them, and use them to reprogram the LED display signs.
Yeah, pretty much. That's it. We were able to get our hands on an original remote control thanks to Mustang. And like you said, we reverse engineered the infrared protocol and we put it in this type of remote called JP1. A JP1 compatible remote, JP1 is a type of programming bus that was put in by a lot of the manufacturers, so they can actually put in remote control updates and patches and whatnot. The remote controls were commonly sold at Radio Shack, among
Kmart, Walmart.
Yeah, a couple of places sell them, and basically we cloned these functions into here. It's just a matter of making a relatively easy cable. I mean, if you saw how to make a controller interface into the printer port, you can make this. It's simple as fuck. Now it's just a matter of the software. We'll go over to you on the software side, and you'll explain exactly what JP1 is and how to use it.
Okay.
This is the home of JP1. All the information about where to download and what you need, including how to build the interface, is here. You'll need to hit their forums or Yahoo group to download the programs and other files you might need. Before we start, if you have an XP or NT system, you will most likely need to install the direct I/O drivers. The install is painless and straightforward. If you fuck something up here, you shouldn't be involved with Wargramming. Please go to your local highway and play in heavy traffic. Here we have ir.exe running. We need to download the remote definition file or RDF pack and extract the file somewhere. Once you extract the file, set up the path leading to the files. Plug your interface in and make sure it works. It should respond correctly. If it doesn't, make sure you have the right kind of interface selected and your parallel port is set up properly. Once you have everything up and running, download the contents of your remote and back it up. The program should auto-detect what remote model you have and apply the correct RDF. Keymap Master is an Excel script that allows you to create device upgrades from learned signals or a list of EFCs and OBCs and import them as a fully supported device for the JP1 remote. This was the key in reverse engineering the Beta-Bright IR protocol. You will need to enable macros for this to run. Once you have it up and running, you will need to select the remote type, device type, protocol, setup code, button code method, and main and sub device. If you program your remote and you can't load the setup code that you've created, you probably entered an invalid setup code. Check out our show notes for a list of OBCs and EFCs. OBC stands for onboard computer, and I think EFC stands for extended function code, but I could be wrong. Either way, as long as you have the OBC or EFC command for the button you want to add in, you're good to go. Go into the functions and start to add in your OBCs and EFCs. What you are doing now is making an upgrade file for ir.exe. That tells the remote how to function in the same manner as the Beta-Bright remote. The only thing you have a problem with is the Beta-Bright remote has way many more functions than your remote. You'll most likely need to have 2 or 3 setup codes to complete the entire list of buttons. This part is where you have to get creative. Figure out how you want to have your remote mapped out. Go back to the main tab and notice that there is some hex code in the device upgrade box. Hit the copy button. It will ask you if you want to automatically import the device upgrade into ir.exe or not. For now, we will do it manually. Once you have the device upgrade copied, go to the Device tab and click the Add button. Paste in the hex code and click OK. You have just added this device into the JP1 remote. From here, you can just upload it and start pounding out sequences onto your remote. Or you can make life a little bit easier and start adding in macros. Macros are pretty much a script for your remote. You can tell it to turn on your TV, DVD player, surround sound, turn up the volume, dim the lights in your house, or play a movie all with the push of one button. Basically, with a macro, you tell the remote a list of things to do with a specific button being pressed. Go into the Macros tab and start fucking around. It really doesn't need much of an explanation. If you need help, hit the show notes or the JP1 forums and user guides. They have great tutorials.
As you can see, JP1 is fairly simple to use, just not everybody can get a hold of the remote.
Yeah, eBay is kind of fruitless, Amazon pointless, Radio Shack worthless. I'm a hardware hacker, so basically what I want to do now is make this as easy as possible for everyone to get into. I don't want it to be exclusive. However, I don't want every Sally sob story and Harry Hacker going around being, I'm so neat, I'm so cool, I can go program signs with neat speak. Fuck you! Okay? The easy shit that I'm doing is coming out last, if I even release it at all. But the first thing I did was my infamous pink Game Boy Color. Many of China has feared this Game Boy. Reprogrammable cartridge, as well as the programmer. Good luck getting your hands on them. Good luck building them. I'm an experienced electronics guy. I can't build them. But basically, I've got my hands on it, so yay for me. The Game Boy Color has an infrared data port. Some very, very intelligent people created software to basically receive, edit, and transmit infrared signals. So with my hardware talents, I can actually romp around the city streets looking for signs, just go meh, meh. And if someone says, what the fuck are you doing? I go, I'm playing Pokemon, asshole. Don't make my Raichu kick your ass. And nah. And you know what? I also have a not pink Game Boy Color, so.
For the straight people out there.
Yeah, for the straight people out there. I've also got my Pocket PC. This was like the easiest damn thing in the world. Once you have the config file and the appropriate software is not free. I think there is free software. Matter of fact, you have a Samsung phone with infrared?
Yeah, I'm still trying to get that working.
Yeah, we might actually be able to figure out a way to go and use any Joe Schmo phone that has infrared. There's a free program you can put on your phone to transmit infrared. But anyway, you put the config file on here, which I'm not going to be releasing for a little while for two reasons. Laziness, and I don't want people abusing this. And you can just go there and pound out macros on your Pocket PC, or hell, the config file is not for a specific program. It's a universal config file for any program that can read a CCF file. If you're familiar with the Pronto remote control, they're like $200, $300 for the remote control. It's pretty much a PDA that controls your entire house through infrared. Even those would work. The simplest thing that I'm working on right now is MP3. And that's right, yes. I said MP3. In the long run, I mean, I've already got this working and verified. It's just I don't plan on releasing the how-to just yet. You can actually encode the infrared data into an audio format that can be spit out at high quality, as long as you have a high quality MP3 or CD audio, through a very small, simple electronic device which you can build from any Radio Shack parts to go and transmit the reprogram codes.
Could you use some of the higher end cell phones that play MP3s?
Maybe.
Can you play that back?
Maybe. I don't have one. Fucked if I care about cell phones. So.
Yeah, everybody's got them now. So.
Yeah. Well, hey, if someone wants to go and once I release the audio version, then yeah, it'll definitely be done. As a matter of fact, I've also worked on a piece of hardware where basically it's just a lens and an LED array and a power supply. So you can actually hook what I call an infrared rifle or an infrared blaster to your device, and hell, I've gone.
What kind of distance could you get on that?
I've gone in excess of 150 feet. I mean, on a clear night with no sun, with enough LEDs, you can probably push at least 350 feet, at least.
It's a good distance.
Yeah. So, if you're really interested in this, check the show notes. We'll give links to the JP1. Later on, if people aren't abusing this too badly, I'll release the config file for the Pocket PC, and still, if it's not being abused, I really shouldn't say I should say we. I mean, this really was a group effort. Without Mustang, none of this could have happened. He was able to get his hands on a lot of the hardware, and he did just as much work as I did, so I can't say I apologize.
Yeah, no problem. I like behind-the-scenes work.
Yeah, he admits he sucks in front of a camera. But either way, As long as people don't abuse this, I'll release the easier and easier and easier versions, with the MP3 version absolutely last. If I see people abusing it, I'm not going to release it. I don't want a whole bunch of noobs reprogramming signs with profanity. Oh, as for law, ooh, I almost forgot that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we walked around all of Times Square, and how many signs did we find?
More than I can count. Not one that's programmable.
Not with our hardware, anyway.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Just need another boring winter.
Yeah, we need another boring winter to get some more work done. The law states that this can be, in New York State, this is a trickery device, so this is deception of a trickery device. If you reprogram the sign with slander or foul language, they can actually hit you with juvenile conduct ticket. You know what? I've actually gotten caught doing this. The guy came out of the store and said, "What the fuck are you doing?" And I said, "What does it look like I'm doing, stupid? I'm reprogramming your sign." But the only thing I was doing was just seeing if it was going to actually go. I wasn't going to like save all the settings. Really, if some guy comes out of his store, yells at you and threatens you that you're reprogramming his sign, tell him to fuck off and hit you. Because when I'm pretty sure the cops are going to come running real fucking quick. Because, yeah, I need you to come to my store right now. Some kid's reprogramming my sign. They're really going to come running quick. Just don't be a dick. Really, don't be a dick. By the way, we're calling this Wargramming. Did we mention that?
I don't know. Everybody's heard of war driving, war hopping,
War dialing.
yeah, war dying.
Yeah, I tried doing some war dying at one point. I don't have it on camera, sorry guys. But yeah, we decided to call it Wargramming, as in reprogramming and sending a message, like a telegram. A gram meaning a form of text-based message or like written message. So Wargramming for the masses. Enjoy, everyone.